Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel Maths by Samit Deshmukh. In this video, we are solving question number 6 from exercise 1.2. In the last video, we have completed first 5 example. So if you are new on my channel, subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon to get the notification of every newly uploaded video. See, in question number 6, we have to differentiate the given functions with respect to x. So observe the first example, y is equal to tan inverse of log x. Means this is what, instead of x, if another term is given here, instead of x, if another function is given, at that time we can say that it is function of function, means it is composite function. And we have some formulas to find out derivative of what? Composite function. Just try to understand here, what is the derivative of sine inverse of x? 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. Instead of x, if function appears, at that time we can say that it is the function of function. And if x is replaced by another term, let us denote that term or consider that term as f of x. If x is replaced by f of x, on this side also replace this x by what? F of x, and multiply by derivative of f of x. This method we are applying in every case, means in every inverse trigonometric function. Here the function is in the form of tan inverse of f of x. So let us differentiate it with respect to x, applying our standard formulas. Derivative of y is denoted by dy by dx. Now this function is in the form of tan inverse of f of x, means x is replaced by f of x. So on this side also replace this x by what? F of x, where value of f of x is what? Log x. So what result we will get here? 1 upon 1 plus f x square. X means what here? Log x. Log x whole bracket square into derivative of f of x. What is f of x? Log x. So derivative of log x. Just simply we have applied our standard formula. So here x is replaced by f of x. On this side also replace this x by what? F of x, and multiply by derivative of f of x. Here f of x means what? Log x. So here instead of x we have written log x, and later on we are multiplying by derivative of log x. This is nothing but standard formula to find out derivative of composite function. Now let us simplify it. 1 upon 1 plus log x whole bracket square, keep it as it is. What is derivative of log x? We know that derivative of log x will be equal to 1 by x. So differentiation is completed. Let us check whether it will get simplified or not. In the numerator 1 into 1 is 1, and in the denominator x into what we are getting here, 1 plus log x whole bracket square will be required derivative. Nothing is there to simplify. That's why we can say that this will be the derivative of this given function. So observe the second example. In this case, given function is y is equal to cosec inverse of e raised to power minus x. We are differentiating it with respect to x. So it is in the form of cosec inverse of f of x. So we have to apply this formula. Just simply instead of x another term appears, means f of x appears. On this side also replace x by f of x and multiply by its derivative, since the function is what? Composite function. So what we will get here, according to this formula, its derivative is minus 1 upon x, but x means what here? E raised to power minus x into under root x square. X means what here? E raised to power minus x whole bracket square minus 1. Just instead of x we have replaced x by e raised to power minus x, means x will be f of x. Here this term can be considered as what? F of x. So its derivative is minus 1 upon f of x into under root square of f of x minus 1. Just simply replace x by this f of x and multiply by its derivative, means derivative of e raised to power minus x. Now just simply we have substituted the values in our standard formula. Now let us simplify it. So which is equal to minus 1 upon e raised to power minus x, keep it as it is, under root. Here according to laws of exponent, a raised to power m raised to power n can be written as a raised to power m into n, means here we will get minus 2x minus 1, keep it as it is. Now this function is again in the form of e raised to power. Instead of x minus x is there, means it is in the form of e raised to power f of x. And what is derivative of e raised to power f of x? E raised to power f of x into derivative of f of x. What is f of x here? Minus x. Getting it? It is instead of x, if another term appears, at that time it is considered as what? F of x. So which is equal to minus 1 upon here easily we can observe that e raised to power minus x and this e raised to power minus x will get cancelled, and here minus 1 divided by, here to replace this negative power or to convert negative power into positive, just simply we are using laws of exponent or laws of indices. So a raised to power minus m can be written as 1 upon a raised to power m. What is m here? 2x. So if just simply if we are shifting this term in the denominator, negative power will become what? Positive. Minus 1, keep it as it is. Derivative of minus x will be equals to minus 1. Minus into minus will become plus 1, and here if we are taking cross multiplication, let us see what we'll get. 1 minus e raised to power 2x, e raised to power 2x divided by e raised to power 2x. Just simply we have taken here cross multiplication, and here minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1. Now let us simplify it, so which will be equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus e raised to power 2x, keep it as it is. If we are taking e raised to power 2x outside the root, it will become e raised to power x, isn't it? Just simply the square will get cancelled if we are taking this term outside the square root. Now it can be written as this term is divided to 1. If we are taking multiplication, we are able to shift e raised to power x in the numerator. So e raised to power x divided by 1 minus e raised to power 2x. Hope you have got it. 1 divided 1 upon a by b is there, then it can be written as 1 into what? B by a. Means b will get shifted into what? Numerator. In the same way here e raised to power x can be written in the numerator, and nothing is there to simplify. That's why we can say that this is the derivative of this given function. See, in the example number 3, given function is y is equal to cot inverse of x cube. Means instead of x, if another term appears, at that time we will consider it as what? F of x. Means given function is in the form of y is equal to cot inverse of f of x. And to find out its differentiation, we have to apply this formula. Derivative of cot inverse of f of x is minus 1 upon 1 plus square of f of x into f dash of x, means derivative of f of x. And here our f of x means what? X cube. So we are differentiating both sides with respect to x. So dy upon dx is equal to, according to our standard formula, what will the differentiation? Minus 1 upon 1 plus square of f of x. What is f of x here? X cube. Its square means square of x cube into derivative of f of x. F of x is here x cube. So just we have substituted the values in our standard formula. Now let us simplify it. Minus 1, keep it as it is. In the denominator 1 plus, according to laws of exponent, what is square of x cube? 3 into 2 will be equal to 6. Means here we will get x raised to power 6, because terms are in the form of a raised to power m raised to power n, can be written as a raised to power m into n, means 3 into 2 will be equal to 6. Now we are finding differentiation of this term. So if you will observe here, x cube, it is in the form of x raised to power n, and its derivative according to standard formula is 3x square, means simply take power as an coefficient and decrease power by 1. So which is equal to, now in the numerator, minus 1 into 3x square is minus 3x square, and in the denominator 1 plus x raised to power 6, keep it as it is. Nothing is there to simplify. That's why we can say that this will be our required derivative. Now observe the next example. In this example, given function is y is equal to cot inverse of 4 raised to power x. Means we can observe that the given function is in the form of cot inverse of f of x. And we know that derivative of cot inverse of f of x is minus 1 upon 1 plus square of f of x into derivative of f of x. Just apply this formula. So what result we will get? Dy upon dx is equal to, so minus 1 upon 1 plus square of 4 raised to power x, means f of x is 4 raised to power x, square of f of x according to this formula, into its derivative, into derivative of 4 raised to power x. Just we have substituted the values in our standard formula. Now let us simplify it. In the numerator minus 1, keep it as it is. In the denominator 1 plus of square of 4 raised to power x, keep it as it is. And we are finding derivative of this 4 raised to power x. It is in the form of a raised to power x. And what is derivative of a raised to power x? A raised to power x into log a. A means what here? 4. 4 raised to power x into log a. A is what here? 4. So in this way we have got the differentiation also. Multiply by 4 raised to power x into log 4 to minus 1. So in the numerator we'll get minus 4 raised to power x into log 4, and in the denominator 1 plus 4 raised to power x raised to power 2. Keep it as it is. In this way we have got the differentiation of this given function. See the example number 5th. In this example, we have to find out the derivative of tan inverse of root x. If you'll observe the given function, it is in the form of tan inverse of f of x. Means instead of x, if f of x appears on this side also, x will get replaced by f of x into derivative of f of x. Just apply our standard formula. It is composite function, isn't it? Because it is function of a function. So its derivative is 1 upon 1 plus, instead of x, root x is there, so we will consider root x as what? F of x. So square of f of x into derivative of f of x. But here what is the value of f of x? Root x. Hope you are getting it. If x is replaced by any another term, at that time we will consider that term as what? F of x. So on this side also, whatever may be the value of f of x is there, here also replace x by f of x and multiply by its derivative. This is the method to find out derivative of composite function. So which is equals to 1 upon 1 plus. Here we can observe that square of root x will be equal to x and derivative of root x will be 1 upon 2 root x. So differentiation is completed. Remaining part is just simplification part. Here 1 into 1 will be equal to 1, and in the denominator take the multiplication. So what we'll get here? 2 root x into 1 plus x, and in this way we have got the differentiation of this given function. See, in the 6th example, given function is in the form of y is equal to sine inverse of f of x. Means here x is replaced by f of x. So on this side also we have to replace this x by f of x and multiply by derivative of that f of x. This whole term is nothing but what? F of x. Means what will be its derivative according to that formula? 1 upon under root 1 minus square of f of x. This whole term is f of x, that under root 1 plus x square upon 2 is f of x. So here square, keep it as it is, into derivative of f of x. What is f of x here? Under root 1 plus x square upon 2. Just now simply we have substituted the values in the formula to find out derivative of what? Sine inverse of f of x. Its derivative is 1 upon under root 1 minus square of f of x into derivative of f of x. Now let us simplify it. So which is equals to 1 upon, in the denominator keep this root as it is, 1 also as it is. If we are taking square here, square and root will get cancelled. What is remaining term? 1 plus x square upon 2. Now we are finding its differentiation. Whenever we are finding differentiation, we have to observe the given function. It is in the form of under root f of x. And what is derivative of root f of x? 1 upon 2 root f of x. What is f of x? 1 plus x square upon 2 into derivative of f of x. What is f of x here? 1 plus x square upon 2 is our f of x. Now let us simplify it. So 1 upon under root, here we are taking cross multiplication. 2 into 1 is 2, minus into 1 is minus 1, minus into plus x square is minus x square divided by 2. Just simply here we have taken what? Cross multiplication. Now let us simplify this term also. So into 1 upon 2 under root 1 plus x square upon 2, keep it as it is. Now we are finding differentiation of this term. So here in the denominator 2 is there, means 1 by 2 is a constant term. Keep 1 by 2 as it is. We are not disturbing to 1 by 2. But if you'll observe here, derivative of 1 is 0 and derivative of x square is 2x. Means derivative of this whole term will be 2x if we are taking 1 by 2 on one side. Now differentiation is completed. Remaining part is just simply simplification part. So which is equals to 1 upon. Now observe the calculation very carefully. So here under root, keep it as it is. Root, keep it as it is. Here 2 minus 1 will be 1. Minus x square, keep it as it is, and again observe the terms very carefully. Otherwise keep this 2 also as it is. In the root, keep this in the denominator 2 also as it is. Into here this 2 and 2 will get cancelled. X into 1 will be equal to x upon, keep this 2 as it is, under root 1 plus x square upon 2, isn't it? Now again simplify it. So in the numerator, observe the numerator, 1 into x will be equal to x, and in the denominator first I am writing this 2 write down as it is, and according to laws of surds, root a into root b can be written as root a into b. A means what here? 1 minus x square upon 2 into, and b is what here? 1 plus x square, 1 plus x square upon 2. Again observe which formula we are applying. Root a into root b is equal to root ab, isn't it? Just we are writing both the term in one root according to laws of surd. These are called as laws of surds. Okay, so which is equal to, in the numerator x, keep it as it is, in the denominator 2, keep it as it is, under root. If you will observe the terms in the root, here 2 into 2 will be equal to 4, and observe the term here 1 minus x square into 1 plus x square, means terms are in the form of a minus b into a plus b. And what is product of a plus b into a minus b? It's a square minus b square. A is what here? 1. Square of 1 is 1 minus square of x square will be equal to x raised to power 4. So again let us simplify it. X, keep it as it is, this 2 also as it is, in the root 1 minus x raised to power 4 also as it is, 1 minus x raised to power 4, and this 4 outside the root will become 2, means simply we are taking square root of 4, means we are taking 4 outside the root, it will become 2. 2 and 2 will get cancelled. X upon under root 1 minus x raised to power 4 will be the simplified form. Now nothing is there to simplify it. Already we have converted this expression in the simplest form, and that's why we can say that this will be the required derivative of the given function. Now see, in the example number 7, given function is y is equal to cos inverse of 1 minus x square, means it is in the form of cos inverse of f of x, means here instead of x, f of x is there. So on this side also replace x by f of x and multiply by its derivative. So according to our standard formula, what value we will get here? According to our standard formula, is derivative is minus 1 upon under root 1 minus square of x, but x is replaced by f of x, so here also x will get replaced by f of x. And what is f of x here? 1 minus x square into derivative of f of x, means derivative of 1 minus x square, because here 1 minus x square will be our is our f of x. So which is equal to, in the numerator minus 1 keep it as it is, in the denominator 1 keep it as it is, minus also as it is. Now we are finding expansion of this bracket using which formula? So this is f of x whole bracket square. I have forget here to write down what? This square. So square of f of x, its expansion we are finding applying which formula? A minus b whole bracket square formula. What is expansion? A square minus 2ab plus b square. A square means square of 1 is 1, minus ab means 1 into x square is x square, and 2ab means 2x square, plus b square. B square means square of x square will be x raised to power 4. Just we are finding expansion of this term using identity. Which identity? A minus b whole bracket square formula. Now we are finding differentiation here. Differentiation of 1 is 0, keep minus as it is, and derivative of x square is 2x. Just simply take power as an coefficient, decrease power by 1. Now differentiation is completed. Here no term of dy by dx appears in this expression. Now remaining part is just to convert this expression in the simplest form. So let us try to convert it into simplest form. Minus 2x into minus 1 will be plus 2x, and in the denominator 1 keep it as it is. I am multiplying by minus to all the terms in this bracket. Let us see what we'll get. Minus into 1 is minus 1, minus into minus will become plus 2x square, and minus into plus x raised to power 4 is minus x raised to power 4. In the numerator 2x keep it as it is. In the denominator, see here plus 1 and minus 1 will get cancelled. What is the remaining term? 2x square minus x raised to power 4. In the numerator 2x keep it as it is. 2x keep it as it is, but if you will observe the denominator, can I take x square common from both the term? Yes, if we are taking x square common from first term, here remaining term is 2 minus, and if I am taking x square common from second term, here remaining term will be x square. Just simply we have taken x square common from these two terms. So which is equal to, in the numerator 2x keep it as it is, this x square outside the root will become x, and which are the remaining term in the root? 2 minus x square. So here x and x will get cancelled. In the numerator 2, keep it as it is, and in the denominator 2 minus x square, keep it as it is. And here nothing is there to simplify now, means we have already converted this expression in the simplest form, and this will be the derivative of this given function. Now see the example number 8. In this case, given function is y is equal to sine inverse of x raised to power 3 by 2. Means the function is in the form of sine inverse of f of x. And what is the derivative of sine inverse of f of x? Will be equals to 1 upon under root 1 minus square of f of x. What is f of x? X raised to power 3 by 2, its square, into derivative of f of x. F of x is x raised to power 3 by 2. Just we have substituted the values in our standard formula. Now we are simplifying it. So which is equal to 1 upon under root 1 minus, according to laws of indices, or we can say that laws of exponent, a raised to power m raised to power n can be written as a raised to power m into n. If we are taking multiplication of 3 by 2 and 2 will get cancelled, means what we will get here? X cube. Now we are differentiating it. It is in the form of x raised to power n. In such cases, we are first taking power as an coefficient. Take power as an coefficient and decrease power by 1, means 3 by 2 minus 1 will be equals to 1 by 2. So differentiation is also completed. Now write down this in the simplest form. So in the numerator 3 into x raised to power 1 by 2. 3 into x raised to power 1 by 2 can be written as root x also. Keep 3 as it is. X raised to power 1 by 2 can be written as root x. And in the denominator, first write down numerical value, that is 2 into under root 1 minus x cube. Nothing is there to simplify. So we can say that this will be the required differentiation. Now see the example number 9. In this case, given function is y is equal to cos cube cos inverse of x cube. So before differentiating it, using properties of inverse trigonometric function, we are able to simplify it. So first we are simplifying it, later on we will try to find out its differentiation. So here it can also be written as cos inverse of x cube raised to power 3. This power I am writing here just to arrange the term in the form of property, or easily you are able to understand which property we are applying. Now this function is in the form of cos inverse of x. And according to property of inverse trigonometric function, cos and cos inverse will get what? Cancel. So what will the remaining term here? X cube will be the remaining term, raised to power 3, keep it as it is. Then now apply the laws of indices, or we can say that laws of exponent. It is in the form of a raised to power m raised to power n, can be written as a raised to power m into n. M into n means 3 into 3 will be equals to 9. In this way, we have converted the given function in the simplest form. Now differentiate it with respect to x. So we are differentiating it with respect to x. So derivative of y is denoted by dy by dx, and on this side first take the power as an coefficient and decrease power by 1. In this way we have got the value of dy by dx. Same method we are applying to solve the last example from this question number 6. Here also sine, keep it as it is, and this expression can be written as sine inverse of root x raised to power 4. Just this power, we have a facility, either write down this power here or write down this power here. Now this expression is in the form of what? Sine inverse of x. So our property says that sine inverse and sine will get cancelled, so remaining term is root x raised to power 4, keep it as it is. Now if you are taking this root x can be written as x raised to power 1 by 2 raised to power 4, keep it as it is. Just simply root x can also be written as x raised to power 1 by 2. If we are taking multiplication of power according to laws of exponent, what will get? 4 into 1 by 2 means 4 by 2. 4 by 2 means will be equal to 2. Means we have got the value of function in the simplest form. Now differentiate it with respect to x. So differentiate it with respect to x. So derivative of y is denoted by dy by dx, and derivative of x square will be equal to 2x. So in this way we have got the differentiation. So in this way we have completed last question number 10th of this example number 10th of this question number 6. In the next video we will start question number 7. If you think that these videos are very helpful to you, So please like the videos and share these videos with your friends also.